Hey, you guys, we are here today to show you something so stinking cool. It is amazing. We have been utilizing this new tool. It is called Immersive Scene. It's on Zoom, and it is absolutely free to be able to use inside of the program. So we've been really playing with a lot of different like ways to get it to work. And you may have seen the image where I shared my student that was able to work. I'm going to grab the image so that you guys can see it because it is so darn fun. I am going to, let's see if I got it open yet. Ta-da-ta-da. Doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, I'm going to share my screen with you guys so that you guys can see what I got here. This is me and Yusuf together during a session, and you can see that we are sitting, it looks like, by a fireplace, just hanging out as we do our thing, which is so much fun. He was like all smiles that day when he saw that we could do this really cool tool, and it works with multiple groups of people as well. We're trying to play around with it with other people. Now, Yusuf here, he had on his green screen feature, so we were able to get the immersive scene to work. You do have to be on the latest update in order to get it. Otherwise, you just see a white screen. So I was going to do this video last week, right, showing you guys, and it was a whole white screen that ended up showing, and it was like me and a big white background. I'm like, oh, this is what everybody else is seeing. All right, got you, I got you. But I want to show you the different tools that you can get when you start taking a look at this and what it can look like. So I am going to share immersive screen now. Elizabeth her face might be a little bit like in and out when you take a look at it, but we are going to be sitting by the fire now. Here we go. The two of us are sitting by the fire. Now you can see that her teeth aren't exactly, when she smiles, they're going in with the green screen a little bit, but eventually, like, I think this tool is going to work for everybody, which will be really, really amazing. So if you take a look here, I'm going to change it because this is the only scene. You can have scenes where you have people that are all on the wall. So here we are. You see me on the wall with my now fancy background. And this actually looks a little bit better for what we're trying to do, right? You don't have to have anything fancy figured out in order to do this. But we're right there. It looks a little bit different. You know, we're not sitting at the same table, but we are still sharing. Oh, look, now we've got 3 people on in. Beth has cloned herself. Look at that. We were trying to play with, okay, phone versus, computer going on. I actually have like a real green screen like built in behind me. I have a green screen, so that's why the effect works perfectly with mine. But some people are using the green screen effect from the computer. And so for this particular one, this works really, really well. And this is all on Zoom, you guys. So those of you guys who are like, what in the world is Joanne showing me right now? This is called Immersive Scene on Zoom. And let's take a look at another one. This is if you had like a large classroom of people. Here we are. We're sitting like as if we're sitting in a lecture together. And you can see we've got like on Beth's phone, because she's not sharing her image over there. You can see that Beth then is got just her name was showing on up. Here, she just kind of shows up like a square box. I'm not really sure why. It is very interesting, like how maybe just it's not working with the phone feature yet. It could be that piece of it. But also, it is really cool when you can start seeing people like this. All of a sudden, you're like, oh my gosh, just like we're in the same classroom. Hey.
Yeah, it looks like one of my college classes.
You're going to have to turn the volume down on either your phone or computer. Yep, you can only have, otherwise, okay. So we need the volume down on the phone so that we don't hear the echoing. And then on the computer, we need the volume on so we can hear you.
Sorry.
There
Right.
we go.
I was just gonna say it looks like one of my college classrooms.
Right, it really does, doesn't it? Which is kind of cool. Here is another one where we're just sitting at the same table.
Oh yeah, the board meeting.
We're sitting at the board meeting. Yes, very, very important stuff. We're going to deliver happiness. Okay, we're in the city. We're big city folk here. Let's change it to There's some very interesting ones. This is, I don't know if I've seen this one yet. This is like in a house.
Did you
Kind
see
of neat. Oh, it's a coffee shop. It's a coffee
Oh,
shop.
thank you.
We're sitting in a coffee shop together.
Aw.
How cool is that? You got your coffee? I got my coffee.
I don't, unfortunately. Hopefully we can do that in real life one day.
Yes, we will. We will. We will. Yes,
That
you
would be
bet we
really
will.
Great.
You will.
But with the previous one, it had a pillow that was in the shape of the Zoom logo. Did you see that?
Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. This is another like classroom view. This is very interesting. This is a brand new one. I haven't seen this one yet. But it's like you're sitting inside of like a virtual classroom. Wouldn't it be cool if you could change like that screen too back there to like be like sharing like what you want on your screen? That's kind of cool. This is great for those kiddos that, you know, they're in the virtual learning.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could feel like they're actually part of like sitting in the classroom at the desk. And one of the really good things I like when your kids start like doing like this kind of thing, you're like, oh, can't see you, got to sit up. Because they literally do have to sit up in order for you to see them, and it can help with their posture and their focus.
Yeah. And so they're not messing with their chair and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. Here is just sitting, you know, in the kitchen. Got some
fun.
Fancy little mugs back there. This is a brand new one since I've started playing with it. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Fun. And what's my video? Oh, I don't know. That is not an immersive room. Oh, like you're like really little on the bottom there with me, I guess. I don't know. But here is another one where we're kind of in romper room world.
Oh, that's very fun. I like that one.
I particularly, though, I really do love if there's just going to be two of us sitting by the fireside. That is like my ultimate favorite one to do.
Mm-hmm.
So what I wanted to be able to show you guys, because I know that whenever I like try to show people and I'm inside of Zoom, I can't show them how to make this work. So you may have seen me come on over to this view button and you'll see me click on this change immersive view. Now, if I want to get rid of my immersive view, I just go back to gallery view. It will hit that stop and we're back into the regular scene inside of you know, our world here inside of Zoom. So we're back to normal, the way it normally looks. But if I want to go to immersive scene, I can now choose which scene I want. And again, you do have to make sure that you are, you can even manually move people. Look at that. That's really interesting. But you do want to make sure you have that latest update. If you don't have the latest update, it's not going to work. And then when you do it inside of your computer, what do you have to click so that you blend in with the background, Elizabeth?
So do
you have green screen? Do you have what are you clicking on your side so that we could like be sitting here together at the table?
Right. Because whoa. Sorry. Hold on. Oh. Is that better?
Yeah, either's fine. I mean, the other way we can see your whole face better.
Oh, shoot. But so what I had to do is just, I mean, I didn't really have to do anything. You just put us into the immersive scene and it was off to the races. But
oh, okay, cool.
I'm sure
those people that are automatically they just automatically get added in. How did you get your picture, though, to show behind you? What are you clicking there to get that?
To get that? Well, it's not staying.
No, and that's okay. That's okay. I mean, we don't want that to stay, but that's kind of cool to know that the immersive view, when you go on inside of there and do that immersive view, that your person on the other side doesn't have to do anything.
Right, yeah, you don't have to do anything. It just transports you kind of into the immersive view. You can manually pick the color of your background, and that's what I was doing to try to make it a little smoother, with my face showing up rather than all the random specks. but besides that, no, yeah, the other person does not have to do anything.
Yeah. Well, so I've just been playing with it with my students and seeing, okay, who can I get it to work with? Who can't I get it to work with? And all that kind of stuff. And just watching their eyes light up if it does work. They're like, oh my gosh, it's so cool. And then there's other people that are like, no, it doesn't work with me. And I'm like, oh, that's a bummer because it's really cool. So I can see this being a tool that they continue to work on inside of Zoom and make better and better, you guys. So keep your eyes on it because it's going to be cool. I'm gonna roll it out today during our jumpstart, our kickstart call during Motivational Monday. Made sure that everybody is on that. It has updated their Zoom so we could see what does it look like with a large group of people. Can we get it to work semi, sorta, kinda?
That would be so cool. And then also, I wanted to let you know, maybe it's because I don't have the virtual background or like a green screen or anything, but
yeah, Yusuf doesn't either though.
Well, so I'm on the latest update of Zoom, and I don't have the option to make the immersive background. I think some computers can do it and some can't, or
could be. It could be because, you know, it's so funny because some features work good with different operating services, right? So you have the ability to add on yours. You could do the filters. I can't do the filters on mine. So not every computer might be able to do this particular feature. Like I can't do that feature on my computer. It doesn't, it doesn't have the right operating services on it. So sometimes there are features that only work on certain different devices, but I can see them getting better and better with this stuff again and making it more wide range around the board. So this is really, really cool stuff. And I would love to know if you guys have any questions about immersive scene, about video filters, about any of this cool stuff to be able to utilize with your students. Your students absolutely love it when you use these kinds of things. I got to tell you, their eyes will light up and they will be stoked that like, oh my gosh, like I have the coolest tutor ever. Like you should see what she's able to do. And it's really neat to, you know, and it's not really a tech savvy thing, right, you guys? Because you just go to view here. And if immersive scene shows up for you. Now, right now, Elizabeth, you might not be able to see immersive scene because I am controlling the call. So
about that.
Not anybody can turn it into an immersive scene. Only the person who starts the call can turn it into an immersive scene. So I bet that's why you don't see that feature there right now.
Which is probably not a bad thing for for those of us that work with little ones.
Oh, can you imagine? Oh, they love to be able to play with everything. The video filters get me all the time because they'll be changing between having glasses, a different hat on, to putting makeup on, to all these different things. So yeah, it is. It's quite funny.
The little ones, she will just change from one to the other throughout the whole call. And I'm like, okay, it's time to put the video filters to bed right now. But I mean, as long as she's focusing, it's all good. But it's just
exactly. They do. They just, some of them, they just love to play in the beginning. They'll be like, what do you think of this one? What do you think of this one? I'd be like, ooh, I really like that one the best. Maybe we should keep that one on the whole time. What do you think? You want that one on the whole time? Cool. Let's do it. Like, I don't care at the end of the day. Like, there's even one with a mask. I think that one's funny. I'm like, and I always like joke with my kids. I'll be like, oh, honey, you don't need to wear a mask during your session. And they'd be like, it was just a filter. I'm like, yeah, I know. I was just messing with you.
Yeah, I'm in, you would be like, I'm in Wisconsin, you're in North Carolina. We have plenty of distance in between.
Exactly. Yeah, it's so funny. So funny. I love it. I love it. So, Poolani wanted to know, what type of computer do you have, Elizabeth?
Oh, yeah. I have a Mac, and it's a 2015 Mac, I believe.
Okay. And I have the Surface Pro X, and that is a 2020. So that's
actually.
And again, you guys, if you go in to check out immersive feature, the immersive scene, only you'll be able to play with it. Like if you want your student to try to find an immersive scene, they won't be able to, they won't see it. And there are times where the other person, all they see is white. So they'll see white and they'll see your body. And so it's almost like you're in front of a giant whiteboard. So if they say that that's what they see, that's why, because they're not on the latest update. So I've been like slowly trying. One thing that I'll do with my students is I will actually do this. Like I'll come on over here so that they understand why they need to have that. Why I need them on the latest update, because I say, hey, what I'll take a screenshot of my picture like that, and then I will place it on my OneNote, and I'll be like, so if you get the update, this is what it will look like, and they'll be able to see what I see, and then that's pretty cool, so that they can actually see what it will look like. Here's what Yusef looks like with the immersive scene. Totally works. He's on that latest update, and he's smiling away because it's so much fun. And you know what's so cool is on Fridays we read the newspaper together. We have a special newspaper from the UK that his dad sends me, and we sit there, and he's like, oh, we cannot read the newspaper without being by the fire. I'm like, you got it, dude. Let's do it. And so I like put us back by the fire, and he is in seventh heaven.
I love that. That is so fun. I wonder if that's something like his parents did growing up, reading it by the fire.
Reading the paper by the fire. Who knows?
Yeah.
But his dad is really big into wanting his kid to read the paper. We found one that is age appropriate for his son, and it's called The Week in the UK. And they send it to me, and my daughter grabs it. The first thing she does is all the puzzles in the back. But then we just sit there. We're like, hey, because he gets it like 5 days earlier than I do, because I'm in the U.S. And so I'll be like, well, take a look at it on your own, and then share with me your favorite articles. And then I'll take a look at it, and I'll share with you my favorite articles, and we'll talk about it. And so we're just sitting there, and we talk about the different things that are happening in the world. It's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. And there's so many different applications that you can bring to that, like with comprehension and all of those different things.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. Can you imagine us both with our newspapers and sitting by the fire? It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet.
Especially because I know I can picture that. That's a fun image. That's awesome.
And Robert said he's going to try this out. He's going to try out. He has a session in about a half an hour. So he's going to try this out and see, can he get immersive? Please let us know. I'd love to know if you're able to get it to work, Robert, because I think if you are able to get it to work, you're going to be really, really impressed. I think lighting is partially key here when it comes to getting it to work well. I do have a setup, and I'm gonna share with you guys like what my setup looks like. I'm going to move my camera so that you can see. But I have
very nice.
I have like photographer lights that I bought on Amazon. You can't really see with the glow so much, but I have one light set up over here. I have one light set up over here. This then lights up my whole entire body when I am when I'm in a session, and it also lights up my green screen so that it doesn't have all these little pockets of blobs. You'll see that with people who don't get their green screen right, the lighting's not right, and it causes issues for them, and then they get frustrated.
And yours is also flat.
Yes.
Completely flat surface too. That's important, right?
Yep, a completely flat surface. So let me show you what my green screen looks like. I'm going to turn off my I'll turn off my video so you guys can see what this looks like. But this is an actual green screen. So it's not green screen just feature where like you'll see people disappearing into their background, like when Beth was on her phone. Like you just make one little move and it's like you disappear into the picture. You will not see me disappear into the picture. I can wiggle my fingers. I can move around. The only thing that you might see once in a while is a little bit of green around. You saw a little bit of fuzz as I came over here and I created a shadow on my wall. But I can pretty much have some pretty big motions without me disappearing into that background. So if I go back to my choose virtual background and I turn it off, you'll see now my green screen is completely tight. Okay, there's no crinkles, there's no wrinkles, okay? It is ironed, and then it is pulled taut. So it looks like, I'm going to put none on here. It looks like this. Do you see how tight that is pulled?
It looks like a painted wall.
And you could have a painted wall.
Yeah. I mean,
you could. There's green screen. There is green screen paint. But yes, that's how tight it is pulled. Because what I learned was if you have, like, a lot of people, they'll have it, it'll just like drape like a curtain, right? And if you have it draped like a curtain where it kind of like has these folds, you'll see pockets of shadows. Then when they come on in to use the green screen feature, you can see like over here it'll be fuzzy, or over here it'll be fuzzy where the lighting isn't just right and there's shadows all over the place. So yeah, that's one of the beautiful parts about having an actual green screen versus using that virtual filter that they have. And it's called, when I take a look at mine, it is called, let's have it pull up again here so you guys can see, video filters. So if you click on video filters, that's where a lot of people are able to get the different green screens. And then if you click on studio effects, that's where everybody's able to add like the mask or the hat or all of those fun things. Both of these don't work with my computer. And I think it's because I'm on a 32-bit versus a 64. So it could be the reason why. So all that great stuff.
I always find it interesting how when you switch from your, like, without anything on it, green screen back to a background or vice versa, it turns blue for a second between. Have you noticed that? And do you know why that happens?
No, I do not. Elizabeth has stumped Joanne today. 5 points for Team Gryffindor.
It's hard to do. Hard to do.
No, I don't know why I would do that, but
I mean, it's not an issue. I was just curious. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also on the video settings, something that I just found recently, which is kind of cool, is you can adjust for low light and you can touch up your appearance as well.
Yes.
So that's always kind of fun if you're doing like a professional video and you want to, have good light and all that kind of. I mean,
yes,
you want to have good light physically, but it can also help you a little bit.
So I'm going to share with you guys how you can change which it was under. Is it under general?
Under
no, it's not
video
general.
settings.
Touch up my appearance right here. So it's under, if you click on video, you guys can see that right there, and you touch up your appearance, you can actually watch this. So you can see a difference in the way my face looks right now. You see all my lovely, I have a lot of freckles. But if I do this, it almost looks like I'm wearing some makeup, which I'm not wearing any makeup other than my eyeliner. But it kind of takes away that distracting freckliness from my face and does that. And again, you can adjust for low light. It can be on auto, or you can do it manually. I just have it on auto so that it constantly is doing that for me.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a feature you want to take a look at. If you're ever like, I hate looking at myself all the time, all day long, play with that feature. You'll enjoy your looks just a little bit more, just a little bit. And you'll be. I had a friend say, my sister-in-law actually said to me, she's like, I wish I could take that Zoom bar with me everywhere I go.
That's so funny. Pulani had a good question. Another one. Is it a photo set from Amazon light for your lights and screen?
Yes. Yeah. I just got it right off of Amazon. It was like $100. And I spent that $100 probably back in 2016, and I still have the same set.
Wow.
I would say that's a pretty good return of investment because A, it makes me look professional. B, I can have whatever background I want back here. I can put in any image, anything, and I don't have to reset everything on up every single time or anything like that. Like, I could create a video like that right here, right? Mm-hmm. And that's amazing.
So
amazing stuff. So definitely, check that kind of stuff out, you guys. It's really fun to be able to have that feature on inside of there, and you can look like you're in lots of different backgrounds. But immersive view is the hot new thing. Check it out. See if you can use it with one of your students. See if you can get it to work. Play with it, and have fun. I would love to know what you guys think about it, and what are the reactions that your students have as they begin using it as well. So check it out, and come join us on Thursday this week. We're going to be taking a look at a group of people who have been blogging for their tutoring business. They just went through a blogging challenge and they all hit their blogging goal. So you're going to get to hear their stories as they come on in and share them. So definitely come join us. And you're going to get to hear, reasons why we should be blogging, what are the benefits of blogging, and, how can it ultimately help you with being able to get more students. So thanks for joining us today, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, everyone.